Hi, this is Sophie. I received a request for a lion face painting tutorial. I didn't know if it was meant to be one with ears or without, so I just decided to do both. To begin with, I loaded a sponge with the color metallic yellow, and I am forming the shape of the ears of the lion without filling them up completely. I'm also using this color to cover the eyelids, the nose, and the area below the eyes over the cheekbones. To paint the mane of the lion, I'm taking the color brown on a large filbert brush. I am laying it very flat on the skin and painting what looks like a very large bump between the lion's ears. I am then using the tip of the brush to give the impression of hair falling down over the forehead. I am now continuing framing both ears about halfway, and please note that the strokes don't have to be perfect. This is supposed to be hair, and hair falls a little bit everywhere. I now add a layer of hair along the cheeks, and then I finish framing the ear with this dark color all the way to the corner of the eye. I then do the same thing on the other side, and then I pick up a sponge with the color white and I fill up the area inside of the ears that I left earlier empty in a triangular shape. I continue with this color to cover part of the nose, the muzzle area, and another triangular shape on the chin. I take a small round brush, number 3, to do some outline work with the color black. I start with 2 curved lines along the ear and flicks of the brush on the inside of the ear to create the illusion of hair. I then close the ear all the way to the corner of the eye. Outlining the mane is not only a matter of following the outside, but also adding extra strokes that go towards the inside in order to create some texture in the hair and give the impression that the hair is sort of flowing over the forehead. When doing this, it is always a good idea to try to vary the thickness of the line, but also the length of the line so that the design looks more realistic and interesting. I am then gonna outline the mane of the lion that is around the ears, and I am trying to follow the basic shape of the brown color that I painted earlier. I am then continuing with the section of hair around the cheeks. In this video, I'm not showing both sides of the face, but I'm sure you understood. I always do the same on the other side. I also did speed up some sections so that the video doesn't get too long. The next step will involve lining the eyes with black, which can be tricky, especially on a young child. So I leave it up to you to decide if you want to skip this step or not. I also always ask the boys if they want to have this or not, but most of them actually do when I tell them that real lions have a dark outline around the eyes. I then add a series of very thin jagged lines connecting the corner of the eye to the corner of the mouth, and I follow up by covering the nose area and the side of the nose with small lines. I then add 3 rows of small dots on each side of the muzzle. When tilting the head, I realized that I hadn't painted the area around the nostrils, so I'm doing this now. This is then followed by a very thin vertical line and a triangular shape on the top lip. Only a very small portion of the bottom lip is actually painted. I then paint a line going towards each corner, and I finish it with a thicker line facing downwards. Now all that needs to be done is outline the beard on the chin with small zigzag lines to give the impression of hair. At this point, the first version of our lion face painting could be considered finished, but if you have another minute, just get your thin brush once again with the color white and add a rather thick line under each eye. It may sound a little bit strange to do this, but I checked. Real lions actually do have this. While I still have a little bit of white left on my brush, I will use this to add a few highlights in different sections of the hair. After this step, the first version of my lion face painting tutorial is finished, but please keep watching if you want to see the second version, which is coming right up. For the full face lion, we first actually got rid of the ears and the mane of the lion, but the middle section, meaning the eyes, nose, and mouth, will remain the same. I then covered the whole face, or at least what was not already painted, with the color metallic yellow that I used earlier. I am now taking the color light brown on another sponge, and I'm applying it all the way to the hairline, making sure that it is nicely blended with the metallic yellow. I then add a touch of this color in a vertical line on the forehead, and I try to blend it as much as possible with the base color. I also apply this color on the eyelids, and I use it to frame the cheeks and the chin. On an almost dry sponge, I now take a little bit of white and I apply it above the eyes and also in the corner of each eye, always tapping gently, making sure that I'm blending the colors together. I also apply a little bit of this color on the cheeks to create more texture. I now take a large flat brush with the color dark brown, and I am creating the illusion of shadows all around the face. You can also emphasize the vertical line on the forehead with this color to create more depth. I now take a very small brush, number 3, with the color black, and I create 2 small lines going from the corner of the eye and following the white area. I then add 3 little dots to create more interest. That's it! I hope that you liked these face painting tutorials and that you can use them maybe for the upcoming carnival season. Thank you for watching. Bye!